Folks, I'm going to show you how to set up the Coleman Instant Up 6P Gold tent all by myself today. Let's get started.
Hit it.
Hey folks, Ben from Snowy's here today down at the Big 4 West Beach Holiday Park in Adelaide's western suburbs. The beach is right over the back of the caravan park here. The city is just 20 minutes that way and the park is full of facilities. There's something for everyone in the family. And they've given us some space here today to show you some of our products, and I've got in front of me here the Instant Up Gold 6-person tent. I'm going to show you how to set it up and pack it away today. So having a look at the size of it when it's packed up, it weighs about 21 kilos, about 134 centimeters in length, by 26 high and 26 deep. I'll start by showing you what comes in the bag. So inside the bag with your 6P Gold tent, you get the main portion of the tent. This is the inner and the frame all together. The big bit of fabric here is the fly sheet and some accessories. You get the awning poles you need, pegs, guy ropes, a couple of doormats, a gear loft to go inside. It's all secured up with a couple of straps. Now to get started setting it up, we just need the main inner portion of the tent. So I'll put all this stuff aside and start unrolling this. So when you unfold the tent, just make sure you've got this hub facing upwards. That creates the peak of the tent or the roof. And then as we go, just let these arms just fall to the ground. Don't force them, let them fall. And before we go too far, we just want to check the orientation of the tent. So I want my doors facing this way and this way. So I'm just going to check where the doors are. It looks to be one between these poles here. So I'll just spin it around a little bit and then I can stretch the center of the tent out. So from here we can start to put the frame in shape. Now I will mention that if it is a windy day, it's probably a good idea to put some pegs in place first, or make sure you've got someone else at hand to keep hold of the tent so it doesn't blow away. The most likely chance the damage is going to occur is during windy weather, so just take some precaution when you do that. So from this point here we can invert the knuckles backwards and extend the legs up. So there's 4 legs to extend and they go from where this little sticker is here that says Instant Tent. We'll pull them all the way out until this silver button here engages in the hole. Now once I've got to this stage, I'm going to run around and put 4 pegs in the corners as quick as I can so that just in case the wind picks up, it doesn't blow away. I'll just mention a couple of other things while I'm putting this last peg in. Now, these are quite thin, the pegs that come with your Instant Up Gold tent. So you would benefit from getting some heavier duty pegs, particularly for the guy ropes. It is important that you use the guy ropes when you set these tents up to give them the stability they need. The other thing I'll mention is the ground sheet I've got here today is a 3.05 meter by 4.88 meter ground sheet. Gives me coverage underneath the tent and a little bit underneath the vestibule as well, so it fits pretty well. It is a little bit wider than the tent here, so we'll need to fold it underneath here before I put this last peg in the corner. Once I've got that in place, I'll grab the fly sheet and get that oriented to throw it over the top. So I've got the fly down here now. Now I just need to get the orientation of the fly right. Now there's a door at the front and the rear of the tent, so I can tell the doors in the fly by these zips that go right to the base here, and also this Velcro strip. That's the storm flap that goes over the vestibule here. So I know that I can grab this and drag it over the top, and the other door will be at the other end. So I've got the fly oriented roughly right there a moment. The only thing I can see that's really different with front and back is this Coleman symbol here. So if that bothers you where that sits, I guess put that where you want it. But otherwise there's a door at the front and the back. Now on the fly sheet, there's 3 Velcro tabs like this that attach to the inner frame. One at the top, one in the middle and one at the base, and then a plastic clip at the bottom. Now I move quickly to get these into place because the wind's picking up here and I don't want to leave it set up like this without more support. So I've got the fly attached to the frame now. I'm going to move to put the guy ropes in now so that the tent's sitting supported. I don't want to leave it sitting like this without guy ropes for long. They're quite flat side, so they do catch the wind. The guy ropes is what gives it a support. Now when you put the guy ropes in, make sure you get them right out from the tent. There's no point in putting a guy rope in here, it doesn't do anything. You put it right out from the tent like this, it gives it plenty of stability. There's 4 guy ropes to put in, tighten all those up, and then I've got pegs to put in around the base and we're almost set up. Now these sort of cone-shaped bits of fabric on the side here are part of the Coleman circle ventilation. It'll make more sense when we show you the vent inside the tent, but this allows airflow right down low in the tent. And this is where our ground sheet's a little bit long for this tent here, so I'm just tucking this under like this so I can get the peg in the side. The other alternative would be that I could put an eyelet in my ground sheet here if I wanted, but I'm just going to fold it under for now. Now once we've got these in place, we can actually extend the front and the rear of the tent out as awnings as well. These storm flaps that come down on the front of the tent here all have eyelets in the corners here, and you get enough awning poles to set up both the front and the back awning, and also a removable side awning that I'll show you shortly, so I'll set them up next. Now you get 7 steel awning poles with your Instant Up Gold 6P tent, and one of them's a little bit longer than the others. Now, both the front and the rear panels for the awnings and the removable side awning all have 3 eyelets in it, so you can create a peaked awning wherever you want. I'm going to use this one on the side awning when I set it up here, so I'll put that aside. So I need 2 awning poles for the front awning, a couple of guy ropes and a couple of pegs, same for the back, and then we'll do the side. Now there's one more awning we can set up on this, and that's this fabric on the side here. Now this is actually removable. There's a zip that runs along the top of the window here. I'm actually going to put it on the other side of the tent, so I can unzip this here now to remove the awning from this side. So we come to the other side here, we get the zipper, and we just zip this back on the other side here. And then we can grab our remaining 3 awning poles, one of which is the long one, and I can peg this out as an awning on the side of the tent with a peak in it. And that's our Instant Up 6P Gold mostly set up. I've got shelter at the front and the rear and to the side here. And there's a few other things we can do for setup. Firstly, with these windows, we can unzip the sides here. There's some attached guy ropes on here. We can actually peg this out as a sheltered protection over the window to allow ventilation while keeping the rain out, particularly if this awning wasn't on here. Alternatively, we can zip it right open on both sides and roll it up so that it's up and out the way to allow ventilation right through the tent, which is what I'm going to do because I've got the awning to protect this window from any sun or rain that might appear here today. And the last thing we can do for setup is with these few accessories here. Now there's 2 doormats that we get with the Instant Up 6P Gold 10. One for the front, one for the rear. I don't really need it here today because I'm using a ground sheet, but if I didn't have a ground sheet, there's 6 peg points here, and I could peg this out as a little entranceway, or little protected entranceway at the front and rear of my tent. And the other accessory that comes with your tent is this little gear loft. We've got to step inside to show you where that goes. Now this guy provides us high level storage in the tent here. There's little plastic hooks in each corner, and they line up with the little fabric hooks that appear inside the tent here. And these just hook inside like this, and that suspends a little hammock up here for us to keep our valuables in a nice safe spot. And that's how you set up the Coleman Instant Up 6P Gold tent. I did that by myself pretty easily. Always makes it easier if you've got a mate to give you a hand, particularly if it's windy. Make sure you've got extra hands to keep that tent steady until you get all the guy ropes in place. Now pack up, I'm going to do that by myself as well. Straightforward. So I'll go around and pull all the pegs out for the awnings and around the base of the tent. Also need to make sure the windows are closed and the fly sheet's going to make it easy to roll up, but I am going to leave the 4 main guy ropes to the tent in place because the wind's just picked up a little bit. I'm going to take all the pegs out of the base, and then I'm going to reach up underneath under all the Velcro tabs on the poles that we put in place and lower the frame down before I take the guy ropes out of the corners. That way the tent's got plenty of support if a gust of wind comes through right up to the very end. So now I've lowered the tent down, it's less of the tent to catch the wind now. I'm quite comfortable taking the guy ropes out, folding the fly, and then we can fold the inner up. I do still have the 4 pegs in the corner of the base of the tent or the inner tent just in case. Okay, I can now collapse the inside of the tent down. I just have to invert the knuckles here. Now this is a whole lot easier if you remember to leave the windows on the inside open to allow the air to escape before you do this. If we collapse all these down, then we can pull the pegs out of the side because the tent's nice and low to the ground and the wind's not going to catch it. From here we can gather up the corners. We fold our arms right into the center for each side, gather them all up. Try and keep the fabric flat as you go, don't let it bunch up, and you do just need to hold the arms with one hand as you fold them. Once we're at this point here, we just want to try and get the fabric as flat as we can. We can lay it down on its sides. Might just lay it into the wind here so the wind doesn't catch it. And start to fold this fabric as flat as we can, and then we can roll it up ready to go back in the bag. So from here we can grab our straps, tie the tent up, we can put everything back in the bag. Now you can roll the fly up in here if you like with it. I prefer just to stick the fly in the bottom and then this on top. It's a bit easier to pack it all in separately and you've got a bit more room to play with. Put all our accessories in and we're all done. And there you have it. That's the setup and pack away of the Coleman Instant Up 6P Gold Series tent. Managed that pretty well by myself. If there's a bit of a breeze, use a bit of common sense, a bit of consideration so the wind doesn't catch it, but it was pretty easy. You can grab these online at snowies.com.au, lowest prices every day of the year. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time. Don't click away from us yet, guys. If you thought that video was useful, subscribe to our channel and you'll get all of our latest and greatest information. Got any questions? Let us know in the comments below. Give us a like or check out our other videos like this Instant Up one down here.